And they're underway. Second section, men's 3,000. And there he is, number 1, Dalton Hengst, running the double. Last night ran 14:44, and taking the pace out this morning, not playing any games. All righty, and yes, Dalton Hengst from close by in York, Pennsylvania, back on the track at Bucknell for the 3,000. We'll get his split at the 800 mark. 2:14, so a pair of 67s. It's at 2:14 for the opening 800 here in the 3,000. In second place, that is Brian Patrick from Northwood, even actually wearing a knitted cap. So you can tell some of the runners have sleeves on their arms and gloves. So it's definitely different running weather today than it was yesterday, as Hengst has a little gap of about 20 meters on your number 2 runner right now. That is Kyle Collins running unattached. So a pair of unattached athletes, 1-2, and you can see that gap between our high schooler Dalton Hengst and Kyle Collins in second. Dalton Hengst still in front. He immediately went to the lead and hasn't given this up. He's run 3:50 outdoors this year in the 1500 down at the Raleigh Relays. And with 4 laps to go, he hit 4:01 at the line, so definitely he's going to go low 8s here in this 3,000, but he does have company. Kyle Collins closing in only about 12 to 15 meters behind Hengst, but Hengst has done all the heavy work thus far, running alone up front.
Dalton Hengst running unattached, 4:36 at the front of the pack. Kyle Collins also running unattached.
So 4:36 for a full 1,600 meters for Dalton Hengst, and it looks like that early pace has taken its toll somewhat, as Kyle Collins has moved into a close second place, and now right off the shoulder of Hengst. Hengst really went out hard. It is now Kyle Collins' turn to take this lead and see if Hengst can stay with him. Kyle Collins, 3 laps to go. And Hengst is on the inside, and now we'll see if he can be his shadow. It is Kyle Collins in the lead, Dalton Hengst in second, a pair of unattached runners leading this men's 3,000. So it's a 4:36 opening 1600, now 5:47 through 2K. Collins and Hengst, the 3,000 at Bucknell, Sunday morning. This is the hot heat. We have 2 laps remaining for our co-leaders, Hengst and Collins. And 2 to go, under 6:30. So the time to beat 9:01.83. The pace has slowed slightly. So it's still a 1-2 race up front for Kyle Collins and Dalton Hengst. The obviously post-collegiate runner in Collins, and Hengst still in high school, a senior. Most recently ran for Bishop Shanahan here in Pennsylvania. During the indoor season, less than 500 to go. Hengst and Collins. .734, 1 lap remaining in this men's 3,000. Hengst and Collins. Hengst gives up a little bit in stride length to Collins, but we'll see how that early pace setting might have cut into the reserves for Dalton Hengst. He drops his head down, picks up his knees, and he is gone. Dalton Hengst, with 300 remaining, measured this finish, and what a great effort over this final lap for Dalton Hengst. He was the early pace setter, went through the opening 1600 in 4:36, and at 300 to go, he takes off, goes from second to first. Will he have enough to keep Kyle Collins at bay over this final 100 meters? Took a quick look over his shoulder, and another look as Dalton Hengst now over the right shoulder. Looking back, you can see the fatigue is setting in. Does he have enough to make it to the line? And he does. Your winner in the men's 3,000, Dalton Hengst. 8 minutes, 41.29. A beautiful run for Dalton Hengst. Collins, number 2, also goes underneath the winning time from the opening section. But Dalton Hengst, a great effort. Collins was 8:42.47, and as the remainder of the field crosses the line in this men's 3,000.
Final call men's 4x100 meter relay. Final call men's 4x100 meter relay. Second call women's 800 meter run. Second call